Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sunesha, and we are creating a map for City Skylines. As I zooming in here at a new volcano ridge I'm doing between episodes here, I also added a small stream there just to make things a lot more interesting, like the sea has been crashing in there and there has been some small materials that has dissolved by the seawater. So you can see it's more or less the same style as and the island over here. Let me zoom in. As you can see, it's more or less the same style as over there, and this is on purpose because this is kind of how everything is gonna look, because this is the ridge going around the map there, and that's just supposed to be a volcano ridge. Maybe it's just my imagination that is there. So today we're gonna go landscape this area out and make it a little bit interesting. We actually have a fairly amount of good building area here with flats, so I want to keep it like that, but we still want to keep it very interesting. Of course, I'm gonna add some freeze to the meteor strike / volcano ridge here. But as you can see, it's a very flat area already. If we go for the topography, we can see here I've already painted in some of it just to higher it up. I don't think I want to go with such a high top up here. I'm thinking we also want to make it a nice hill that will follow like that. Looks like a good, a little bit like that. Yeah, I think I want to make it go like that. First of all, let's flatten the hill out. Boom, boom. So that is the highest point. When we smooth it out, we will use some altitude too. I think I'm going to, as I said, we want to follow that line here, and I want that hill to be showing that rock side here. So just to make it a little bit interesting, but I still want it to be a hill so people can pull roads over it, so it doesn't have a slope that is too steep. So let's try to paint it in. We go very heavy-handed here, like that. That's how see how it looks like that. Cool. That looks organic. So let's follow it around a bit here on this side. And I want to make it slopey. I want this side to be slopey. So let's keep it like that. We will grab the value there and just keep it like that. So yes, it will not be a perfect one. I wanted that one, the hill side, to fade in. So yeah, we have to smooth intelligently here. And let's see what we want to do. Go with this one. I think I want to slope that out too. So let's grab this value here, and we will go like this. So like this, so we get a small dip area. This map will be wonderful, crazy to build out. As you can see, I've built up something there. My idea is to make a mountain, but we will have forest here on the side. So I think we can see the thick 200 line there. That's 200. I think we want to put freeze under that, and then we'll have a craggy top, but the hillside is still there. So on this side, I don't want to do anything yet super exciting because we are soon out of. I want to make that really flat. So if people buy this tile, they have a good building area here. We will have ore in the middle, so people can put industries there. And we have a flatter area, but this area is of course a little bit difficult. The only thing with my design here is that I know this will annoy a lot of people, because if they're gonna get access to that, maybe we should just flatten that out a bit so people don't have to buy that tile just to get that. So if they want to pull roads, so you don't have to buy a totally empty tile. Yeah, it's just seawater. Nobody wants to buy that, and it's gonna annoy the hell out of the people when they pull a road through there and no, you can't build there because it's out of city limits. So yeah, let's fix that. Cool, so let's flatten this out a bit. Let's go with a big value as medium strength, and then we will start flattening it. So let's make the big work first. We will do the landscape first, and then we will go to the sea. Okay, so where the red fades to yellow, that's where I'm trying to stay out so I don't destroy the features of the mountain I've worked so many hours on here. So let's see here. Now we have to fade intelligently. I think we want to start heavy-handed here, like this. And then we're gonna just fade intelligently. Okay, I want that to blend out. Is that good? Sometimes the topography makes it hard to see. But that is good. It looks kind of nice. I think I want to flatten that part out a bit. But just to give some detail to the map here. So let's see. So I think, and then we go heavy-handed on this side. Very heavy-handed. Want that top to be flat. Let's see. That looks interesting. I think I want to fade it a bit more in this part here. I think I have to level that a bit. But this is just this shaping things a bit. And the 200 line here. So let's be aggressively smoothing here at 200. I'm thinking of putting in a water source there, so there are some fresh water for our play. So we have fresh water on this island. I think it's important to have some fresh water on the island. Okay, cool. So let's see, 200 line. Let's try to pull this out a bit. Pull it. I want it to be steep at this angle, down to the sea, in case someone wants to go suicide or something. Okay, so let's see here. So let's go very smooth here. Just a click here and there. We'll shape that a bit more. I think I want to flatten this part out. Let's pull it down. And then pull it out by going near the shoreline. So we still keep the shape of things. Cool. Let's give it a click there. Let's give it another click. Another click. Cool. Another click there. And then tougher smoothing here. So we even this out. So okay, cool. And then we were going for this more flat area. So let's just smooth. We want this to be a very smooth slope. So there is no problem to build here. So we have to pull. We want that to be very... Oh, I got to the shorelines. Pull. I'm not so sure about this part over here. I think I want to want to have the high part here or the high feature there. I'm not sure about that yet. But it's an easy fix. Let's pull this. Okay, so let's go a little bit smaller so we can work with these features here. I think I had an autosave there, so it lagged a bit. Let's see. Okay, cool. The reason why I want the slope close to this is because, of course, we have the mountain here. It doesn't look very good. Let's try to smooth intelligently. Let's find where we already have the. This will be covered with freeze, so it will not be visible. But yeah, I like to do it nicely anyway. Okay, Okay, so let's take a look here how it looks without the lines. I think I want to smooth it out, but you can still see a little hill there. Maybe I will keep that just to a small shadow that goes there. I think I want to smooth it. I want to smooth it aggressively. Okay, you get the idea. I will fast forward and super speed up here so while I've smoothed around a bit. But I think you get the idea. Okay, that kind of looks nice. I see a dip there. I want. That means that it will be the road with. Let's smooth that out with a small. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of shapes and hills here. They are not very visible to the naked eye, but if you see the topography here, they are here. I think that kind of works well. So let's see from the other angle here. Let's see how our hill is shaping up here. I think I want to lower the hill a bit, so let's just flatten it out with the help of level here with a smooth brush and grab that value and then just let's see. So that looks good. That looks a lot better than the other thing, yeah. It's good that this is not typically uniform, but it's a nice shape that is following the island from here. And at least it's not a completely flat area. Let's go in here and I will speed this up and I will smooth those areas out with a small soft brush. Actually level here a bit. Just a bit. To exaggerate the shape a bit. So let's go here and just dig a bit like this and then we'll smooth it out. Cool. That looks a little bit better. Maybe what should I do? I'm just looking here of an overall picture. I think this is really good work. I think it's time for us to do the beach. And as you can see, between episodes I went into the Photoshop and filled this up. So now the deepest part of the sea is at 39 and we have the continental shelf starting at 85, which is my shoreline is at 90. So this will help me a lot of time just to create the beaches. So what we have here, we can see the shoreline is over there 90. We can see the thick line, which is the shoreline. So we just want to go in here level a bit, and then we will put a value between these two. So we will go at 87. We smooth it out before we smooth it out, so we don't destroy any shapes of this head here. So let's start here, and let's start by pull. I'm trying not to touch the shoreline with a blurred outcome here. I will just gonna smooth out some shapes here a little bit. So we get a nice shoreline. Let's keep that sticky thing there because I thought that looks interesting. And So we're now at 87. Okay, so you see the idea. I will speed this work up a bit. Even this out a bit. Now we come to the interesting part, because I want to create a place where we could put, let's just push this line a bit. I want to create a part where we could put down some cargo things and stuff, and then you kind of want to have a dip here. So let's dig a hole, or a very square hole. I think, yeah, if I go here now at 40 value, we can get a very straight line, which will be helpful when you put down those cargo hubs and ferries and stuff. So this will be a very natural place. So let's see, we will start over here and dig. Very straight line, please. Okay, cool. So now we can go with a round shape. So let's take a look at the shoreline here. I think we want to follow it. It will be easy for them to come out and going here. And we'll remove all these parts here. And then we have a perfect place where people can put their cargo ships and stuff. Okay, let's widen this channel here where I will probably send in stuff here. So let's just widen it up a bit naturally. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the beach. Where do I have the value? 86 there. Soft brush. Smaller brush size. Okay, cool. So let's just end it here. And okay, cool. So I will pause now. You have seen me do this. I will continue to do this around the rest of the island over here. But that was the more interesting part, and then we will come back here and start working on the beach features. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've gone around the island and hired the sea part a bit now, so now I will grab the valley over here, which is 93. My 95 is where I have it here, so I just want to flatten out the beach areas a bit like this. And we'll do that all around the island here, because then we get a natural beach area, because otherwise it would be just like a steep slope directly into the beach, and we want the beach to be visible. I want this place to be very beachy. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do around the whole island. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've done all that, so I think I will want to go with a bigger brush now, and a little bit bigger. Let's go 100. And then we're gonna just smooth it out. So we get rid of this ridge we are created for the beach there. It's not very visible, but yeah, it kinda looks good to have a ridge like that, you know, how the flora is almost growing on all the way there. That's interesting, because yeah, that's how beaches look. So let's take a look if I just want to color it, everything there. I'm just curious how it will be looking. And let's see where do I have sand? I forgot. Environment. Yes. Okay. I want to be brush here. I haven't smoothed this out yet, but let's go with a smaller. So we can just that is the interesting effect. I have to consider that. Let's see how. Let's make a test trial here between two styles here. We have this peak coming out of the water here, so this is a good natural place to try this out. So let's go how I would go. So let's smooth one area and then keep the other as that. So let's smooth. So let's make a test. Okay, so let's get water in here because so we can see what we are doing with the water. So I think actually it's kind of makes a good point, but the beach will go so far in if I use that one. Let's see, smooth this area out and then smooth this out. Just fill this in here environment. So we haven't smoothed the complete beach, but as you can see, I'm not sure which one I prefer. Because I kind of want. Let's go with a smaller brush and blend this one. Kind of don't like those super wide beaches, however. But you could prepare for that, paint it in like that. Let's paint this one first. The sand texture is so hard to get just right. I kind of have to go back and forth. And it's really weird because if I click here, and erase. Okay, let's see. Let's smooth this out. And then we have the water there. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at this. It's so straight. Maybe it's because it is kind of straightish. Yes, I have to work with the sand texture, and I really don't like the sand texture painter. It's not very exact. So let's see, as you can see here, if I press here, over here, I can click, and then move a couple of pixels like that, so you kind of go back and forth here. So I need to pull that in. Okay, cool. It's starting to look like something. So just need to fix those areas here. So let's smooth it carefully here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm create a beach here. Of course, this is a very shallow beach around here. Of course, I want to make a slope there. But for the moment, as you can see here, is that I have a problem with the sand tool. I get these lines and they go driving nuts. Let's just go on. So it's not more visible. Let's click. See those lines? They show up either as very light ones or very dark ones. It drives me crazy. So what I'm gonna do now is go around here and work a bit here on the line. As you can see, where the water will crash in. Oh yeah, I have to reset the water, because sometimes it works with water. Beach areas here, it will be really weird here, so the only way to see the beach is to reset it here, otherwise it will not see. But now you can see my shoreline a lot, so you have to reset the water level between works here. And this helps me a bit, because we will get this rune texture, which will, when the grass comes in contact with the waters, and that is the perfect place, good guide to use. It's the why can't I say it? It's the perfect place to where to go with your beach. So you get, because you can follow that around. So let's follow the rune texture a bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have created the beaches, and as you can see, my problem area that drives me nuts is these lines here I get with the sand texture. What it's kind of cool to have when you have very low, that's why I work so hard to make this very low, and as you can see, when you close in, you get these nice little waves because their speed is going very fast over the low altitude in the sea. But I have to work with this whole area, the whole islands, beaches in a speed up video, because it's too much time, but you need to kind of know what the basic is. So what I'm gonna do is go around, smooth it, hollow it out, and I will keep this area here as the beach area, so we get long, nice beaches with these waves. And then we have a very nice area over here, which is probably another speed up video, just shaping this nice so it looks nice underwater. As you can see, we have a darker green here, and we are more turquoise here, so that's the different altitudes you can work with to get a different shadow of things, so you can see how deep it is there. But there should be more enough room for putting in harbors and stuff. So yes, that was everything for this episode, and in the next one will probably be a speed up. And as always, thank you for watching.